Hands up if this sounds familiar. You tell your doctor your heart races at 3 a.m., your brain blanks on your own kids' names, and you're so tired a flight of stairs feels like Everest, and he just shrugs. Welcome to menopause. Studies show 8 in 10 women over 45 get their menopause symptoms misdiagnosed or dismissed. Today I'm exposing 7 red flag signals your GP probably skipped in med school, and the simple tests that prove you're not imagining things. Grab a pen. By minute 8, you'll know exactly what to demand at your next appointment. Is this dizziness really hormones? Hot flashes or anxiety attack? My gyne said, that's normal, just live with it. What do I do? Wish doctors knew more about perimenopause. Have you ever thought these words? Or maybe even said them out loud to a friend, only to feel brushed off, confused, or scared? You're not alone. Across America, millions of women between 40 and 65 feel like they're going crazy when unexplained symptoms strike, only to have their concerns waved away as just menopause. But what if some of these signs were actually red flags your body is crying out for help? Here's the hard truth. Menopause symptoms can be sneaky, and many doctors simply don't recognize them. In fact, most GPs get less than a day of menopause education in medical school. That means many of us spend years suffering with symptoms like crushing fatigue, scary heart palpitations, or sudden brain fog, thinking we're alone, or worse, that it's our fault. Today, we're shining a light on 7 menopause red flags your doctor might be missing, and why you should never ignore them. We'll bust myths, reveal what the latest research shows, and give you real, practical tips you can use today to advocate for your health, because you deserve better than just live with it. Stick with me to the end, where I'll share simple steps to start feeling like yourself again, and don't forget to comment below. Which of these symptoms have you experienced? Did your doctor listen or brush you off? Sharing your story could help other women realize they're not alone. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Because your menopause journey should be understood, supported, and respected. Red flag 1. Persistent fatigue and possible sleep apnea. Ever feel like you could sleep for a week and still wake up exhausted? Many women think crushing fatigue is just a normal part of menopause. But what if your tiredness is actually a warning sign of something deeper, like sleep apnea? Here's the scary part. Sleep apnea is often missed in women, especially during perimenopause and menopause. Unlike men, women with sleep apnea are more likely to report symptoms like insomnia, headaches, depression, or brain fog, not loud snoring. That means doctors may not even think to check. But untreated sleep apnea can increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even strokes. Hormone fluctuations during menopause, especially the drop in progesterone, can actually make your airway muscles relax more at night, worsening or triggering sleep apnea. Meanwhile, night sweats and hot flashes can interrupt deep sleep, adding to the exhaustion. So what can you do? If you're waking up tired, falling asleep during the day, or your partner notices you gasp, choke, or stop breathing at night, don't let a doctor dismiss it. Ask about a sleep study or try a home sleep apnea test. Addressing sleep apnea can dramatically improve your energy, mood, and even help with stubborn weight gain. Remember, feeling tired all the time isn't something you just have to put up with. Fatigue can be your body's alarm bell, and you deserve answers. Have you felt like your exhaustion was brushed off as just getting older? Comment below with your experience. Let's break the silence around fatigue and menopause. Red flag 2. Heart palpitations and chest symptoms. Has your heart ever suddenly started racing, pounding, or skipping beats, only to have your doctor tell you it's just menopause or nothing to worry about? Up to 40% of women experience heart palpitations during perimenopause or menopause, yet many GPs still don't know they're a common and potentially important symptom. Here's what's happening. As estrogen levels fluctuate, your nervous system becomes more sensitive to adrenaline. This can make your heart feel like it's fluttering or pounding out of nowhere, even when you're sitting quietly. But while some palpitations are harmless, they can also signal more serious problems like arrhythmias, thyroid disorders, or even heart disease. And let's be clear, heart disease is the #1 killer of women, yet symptoms in women often don't look like the classic chest pain. Instead, you might have palpitations, shortness of breath, dizziness, or nausea. Doctors sometimes miss these because they're looking for male pattern heart attack signs. So what should you do? Track your symptoms. Note when your palpitations happen, how long they last, and whether you also feel faint, weak, or chest pain. Share this information with your doctor, and don't hesitate to ask for an EKG, Holter monitor, or referral to a cardiologist if your symptoms are new, severe, or getting worse. It's your heart, and you deserve to know it's healthy. Have you ever felt your heart race for no reason and wondered if it was anxiety, menopause, or something more? Tell us in the comments. Your story could help someone realize when it's time to push for answers. Red flag 3, brain fog and memory issues. Have you walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or struggled to find the right word in the middle of a conversation? And then wondered if you're developing dementia? Brain fog is one of the most frightening menopause symptoms because it makes you question your mind. What's worse, many doctors brush off these concerns with a smile and say, "That's normal." But research shows over 60% of women in perimenopause and early menopause experience noticeable cognitive changes, including forgetfulness, trouble concentrating, and slower thinking. While hormonal shifts are a big driver of brain fog, it's important to know that other factors like sleep disturbances, stress, thyroid problems, or vitamin deficiencies can make it worse. And here's the real red flag. If brain fog is severe, worsening, or accompanied by other neurological symptoms like weakness, vision changes, or difficulty speaking, it could signal something beyond menopause, such as a stroke, mini-stroke, or early signs of another medical condition. Never let anyone tell you your concerns about memory or thinking don't matter. To cope with menopause-related brain fog, try breaking tasks into small steps, using planners or phone reminders, getting enough sleep, and managing stress with deep breathing or mindfulness. If symptoms persist or interfere with your daily life, request a full checkup, including blood tests to check for anemia, thyroid function, or B12 deficiency. Remember, you know your mind best. Don't let anyone make you feel silly for noticing changes in how you think. Have you experienced brain fog during menopause? Did your doctor take it seriously? Share your story below. You might help someone else feel less alone in this confusing time. Red flag 4, joint pain and muscle aches. Do you wake up feeling like you ran a marathon overnight? Stiff, sore, or achy in your knees, hips, shoulders, or hands? Many women in perimenopause and menopause experience sudden joint or muscle pain, only to have it dismissed as just getting old or arthritis. But did you know that joint pain is one of the most common and most overlooked menopause symptoms? Here's why. Estrogen helps keep inflammation in check. When estrogen drops during menopause, inflammation can rise throughout your body, leading to stiffness, swelling, and discomfort in your joints. This can mimic the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis or fibromyalgia, leading to misdiagnoses or unnecessary prescriptions for pain meds that don't address the root cause. But there's more. The chronic pain and stiffness can also disrupt sleep and contribute to fatigue, creating a vicious cycle that leaves you feeling worse over time. So what should you do if you're struggling with new or worsening joint pain? Keep a symptom journal, noting when and where the pain occurs, what makes it better or worse, and any other changes like swelling or redness. Bring this information to your doctor and ask about menopause-related causes, and don't accept "just live with it" as an answer. Many women find relief by reducing inflammatory foods, like added sugars and processed meats, getting regular low-impact exercise, such as swimming or yoga, and considering hormone therapy or supplements like omega-3s, always with guidance from your healthcare provider. Remember, achy joints aren't just a sign of aging. They could be your body's way of telling you it needs hormonal support or lifestyle changes. Do your joints ache more since entering perimenopause? Has anyone told you it could be hormone-related? Drop your experience in the comments. Your story might give another woman the hope she needs. Red flag 5, heavy mood swings, anxiety, depression. 1 minute you're laughing, the next you're in tears or raging over something small. Or maybe a wave of anxiety hits out of nowhere, making your heart race and your chest tighten, even though nothing is wrong. Sound familiar? Severe mood swings, panic attacks, and depression are some of the most disruptive and most misunderstood menopause symptoms. Many women have never struggled with mental health before menopause, So when intense emotions appear, it can feel like they're losing control or going crazy. Unfortunately, many doctors still brush these feelings off as normal female hormones or misdiagnose them as generalized anxiety or depression, without considering perimenopause as the root cause. But here's the truth. Shifting levels of estrogen and progesterone directly affect neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood. That's why hormonal ups and downs can leave you feeling unstable, overly emotional, or unable to enjoy things you once loved. Even scarier, depression during menopause isn't just uncomfortable. It can increase the risk of serious outcomes, including self-harm. That's why it's critical to take these feelings seriously. You deserve real support, not dismissal. So what can help? Track your mood changes and look for patterns tied to your cycle or life stressors. Therapy, mindfulness practices, and lifestyle changes like exercise can make a big difference. And for some women, hormone therapy or antidepressants may be helpful, but you need a doctor who will listen and look at the whole picture. Remember, emotional health is just as important as physical health. You are not weak or broken because you're struggling. You're human, and menopause can be a roller coaster. Have you faced mood swings, panic attacks, or depression in perimenopause? Did anyone take you seriously? Share your experience below. You might give another woman the courage to get help. Red flag 6. Urinary genital issues, UTIs, incontinence, bleeding. Have you suddenly found yourself rushing to the bathroom, feeling a burning sensation, or experiencing embarrassing leaks when you laugh, sneeze, or exercise? Or maybe you've noticed postmenopausal bleeding and felt terrified, only to be told it's normal. These urinary and genital symptoms are incredibly common during menopause, but they're also among the most ignored. As estrogen drops, the tissues of the bladder, urethra, and vagina become thinner and drier, a condition called genitourinary syndrome of menopause, GSM. This can lead to frequent urinary tract infections, painful sex, urgency, incontinence, and spotting. Many women suffer for years, thinking these issues are an inevitable part of aging. But untreated GSM can increase infection risks, impact relationships, and severely lower quality of life. And here's the critical red flag. Postmenopausal bleeding should never be ignored. While sometimes it's due to thinning vaginal tissues, it can also signal uterine polyps, fibroids, or even cancer. Always see your doctor if you have bleeding after menopause. The good news? You don't have to live with these symptoms. Local vaginal estrogen therapy, vaginal moisturizers, pelvic floor therapy, and lifestyle changes can dramatically improve urinary and genital health. Yet too many women suffer in silence because they feel embarrassed or don't know help exists. You deserve care that helps you feel confident and comfortable in your own body, at every age. Have you experienced UTIs, leaks, or unexplained bleeding during or after menopause? Did you feel embarrassed to talk about it? Share your story below. Let's break the stigma and remind each other we're not alone. Red flag 7, weight gain and metabolic risk, thyroid confusion. Has your waistband started feeling tighter, even though you haven't changed how you eat or move? Or maybe you've noticed stubborn belly fat, unexplained weight gain, or a creeping sense of sluggishness. Weight changes are one of the most frustrating menopause symptoms, but they can also be a serious red flag. During menopause, hormonal shifts slow your metabolism, change how your body stores fat, and increase insulin resistance, all of which can raise your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. Yet doctors often shrug off weight gain in midlife as just life, or blame it entirely on lifestyle choices, missing the hormonal and metabolic changes driving it. And here's another layer. Symptoms like fatigue, constipation, hair loss, and weight gain can overlap with thyroid problems, which become more common in women over 40. But because these signs look similar to menopause, thyroid disorders like hypothyroidism are often overlooked, leaving women struggling without answers. So what should you do? If you're gaining weight rapidly, especially around your abdomen, or experiencing new fatigue, brain fog, or mood swings, ask your doctor for a full thyroid panel and metabolic screening. Tracking your waist circumference, blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar can also help you catch problems early. Small changes like building muscle with strength training, prioritizing protein, reducing processed carbs, and getting enough sleep can make a big difference. And if tests show thyroid issues or metabolic syndrome, you deserve a treatment plan that addresses root causes, not blame. Remember, midlife weight gain isn't just about willpower. It can be a sign your body needs hormonal or metabolic support. Have you struggled with unexplained weight gain during menopause? Did your doctor listen or dismiss it? Tell your story in the comments. You could help another woman feel seen and heard. Why GPs miss these symptoms? You might be wondering, why do so many doctors miss these obvious and often debilitating menopause red flags? How can something affecting every woman eventually still be so misunderstood in modern medicine? First, many general practitioners and even some gynecologists receive less than a single day of menopause training during their entire education. Menopause is often taught as a brief footnote, with little discussion of its complex symptoms or the impact hormonal changes have on every system in the body. Second, perimenopause can start in your 30s or 40s and last up to 8 years before your periods finally stop. But many doctors mistakenly believe menopause only starts when cycles end. That leads to years of missed opportunities for care, with women stuck feeling miserable and unheard. Third, there's still gender bias in medicine. Women's symptoms are more likely to be dismissed as stress, anxiety, or just getting older. Studies show doctors often take men's pain and concerns more seriously, and this bias can mean women's heart attacks, thyroid disorders, and even cancers are diagnosed later. Finally, menopause symptoms are wildly varied. Two women can experience completely different combinations of hot flashes, mood swings, pain, or cognitive changes. This diversity makes it easy for providers to miss the pattern if they're not specifically looking for menopause as the root cause. But here's the good news. More doctors are waking up to the importance of menopause care, and women speaking out about their symptoms are driving that change. By learning the signs, tracking your symptoms, and advocating for yourself, you can push for better care and help raise the standard for all women. So don't accept it's normal, just live with it as an answer. You deserve a doctor who listens, tests, and treats the whole you. Have you felt ignored or belittled when bringing up menopause symptoms? Share your experience in the comments. Your voice can help others stand up for their health too. We've covered a lot today, from crushing fatigue and heart palpitations to joint pain, brain fog, mood swings, urinary troubles, unexplained weight gain, and why so many doctors miss the signs. If any of these 7 red flags sound familiar, know this: you are not alone, you are not imagining things, and you deserve answers. Menopause is a natural transition, but it should never mean suffering in silence. Your symptoms are your body's way of telling you it needs care, and you deserve a healthcare provider who takes them seriously. Remember, you don't have to wait for things to get worse. Track your symptoms, bring clear records to your appointments, and don't hesitate to ask for hormone panels, sleep studies, thyroid checks, or referrals to specialists who truly understand midlife women's health. Small changes can make a big difference. Strength training can improve metabolism and joint stability. Mindfulness and breathing exercises can soothe anxiety and help you sleep better. Prioritizing protein and whole foods can support hormone balance. And connecting with a supportive community, online or in person, can help you feel less alone on this journey. But the most important step? Speak up. If your doctor doesn't listen, find one who will. If you feel dismissed, get a second opinion. You are your own best advocate, and your health is worth fighting for. Before you go, let's build a community of women helping women. Which of these menopause red flags have you experienced? How did your doctor respond? Share your story in the comments so other women know they're not alone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more menopause health tips, and share this with a friend who might need to hear it today. Because together, we can break the silence around menopause and make sure no woman has to feel invisible or unheard again.